Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are touching upon a juicy subject, which are shoes, of course. My husband says that I have a problem with it. I don't see it as a problem, I see it as a solution. But I thought it would be really interesting to share with you guys the styles and the types of shoes that I believe are true essentials for the summer months, while also sharing a little bit of my shoe collection. Just getting it out of the way, I do not have high-end designer shoes. That is just something that I haven't been able to afford yet. But I do love the shoes that I have, and just so that you don't feel frustrated that you cannot get these pairs, I will leave in the description down below a few options from high-end and also a little bit more affordable, so you too can fill in the gaps in your shoe collection. I feel kind of like, you know, the little devil on the shoulder that tells you, go buy the shoes, spend the money. But maybe that is the wrong way of seeing it. Maybe I am the angel leading you through the path of beautiful footwear. So let's start with something that is very familiar to this channel. I've talked about my love for T-strap flat sandals before. These are my most worn shoes every summer. It's the type of thing that is easy to put on. The fact that it has the very subtle, very thin straps really helps with air circulation, so you really feel like your feet are breathing and you don't get blisters or get your feet hurt. I have it in a bunch of colors, which I believe to be true neutrals. So I have it in black, I have it in nude, and my latest addition is the gold. I think this is the type of sandal that you can wear with anything in your wardrobe. You can wear them with midi skirts, you can wear them with dresses, with pants, with shorts, and it'll always look good. So if you want to get yourself one pair of shoes for the whole summer, this is the way to go. And unlike many people who think that to feel chic and to feel sophisticated and well-dressed, you have to be wearing heels, I completely disagree. I love the idea of having embellished flats as well. I also have a bunch of examples to show you. For instance, these ones I just got, and they are, again, very subtle, very minimalistic in the straps, but the detail of these little chains with this sort of resin acrylic tortoise and some gold will really complement a tan. This is one that I have worn so much, so much, and this is actually a design that I've seen in many brands, so I'm sure you'll find it, which is the sort of serpent-like design to this top strap, and this one actually has some rhinestones at the head of the serpent, so it also is really shiny, adds that layer of luxe, that layer of glitzy that will take a very basic outfit to something a little bit more special. These ones are also quite old, but I have worn them to death. I love how they have the chain detail with the more caramel cognac leather. I think it's a beautiful combination. This sort of detail is great when you are wearing jeans, for instance, or something very neutral and you want to just add a little bit of detail without using rhinestones to do it. I think it's a great option to have. And these ones I also just got. I showed these in a haul. They look like this. I love this brand of shoes. If you ever go to Brazil, please go to USA and just buy as many shoes as you can possibly put in your suitcase, because their shoes are so well made, they're so pretty, they always have a cushiony base which makes them so comfortable. And again, you put this with such a basic like linen dress or with some wide-legged pants and a tank top, and you have yourself a beautiful outfit without the discomfort of high heels. After the flat sandals, my most worn pair of shoes are driving moccasins. These, you can see, are very well loved. It's like I walked the desert with them. I probably have in terms of length, because this is such a great shoe to have. I got this like 3 years ago in a little shop in Lake Como, and I haven't stopped wearing them since. The only season I don't wear these shoes is during winter, but for the rest of the year, you'll probably find me walking around town wearing a pair of moccasins. The thing about driving shoes, and in this case with the little nubs, we call them gomini. They're as comfortable as house slippers. I mean, I wear these so much exactly because of their comfort, but the fact that they are such a classic design, they have this sort of preppy, Euro chic vibe to them. It just elevates your look much more than a pair of sneakers would. It's just that no-brainer comfy shoe to run errands, to do sightseeing, and not look like you have completely given up on your style just because it's hot outside. I'm seriously considering getting myself a pair of high-end ones, maybe from Tod's or some other Italian brand, just because I wear them so much. So I'll keep you posted about it, but I'll probably do this in the next couple of weeks actually. Ballet flats are also a no-brainer choice. These ones have been very loved. I love how they are very soft. They're made from suede, which I think is great if, like me, you have very delicate, very sensitive feet. They are very malleable, very gentle on the skin. They are basically no shoes. You put these on and 2 minutes later you forget you have shoes on, which is exactly what I want during the summer months. I love the little bow in the front. The color is also great. I really wear these to death, but I feel like I need one more pair because they're starting to show some wear and tear, which is normal. It means that my investment was worth it, but I'm probably going to get another pair of brown ones, maybe gray ones, maybe a navy or a red. But definitely if you have finicky toes and heels and feet, go for something that is as buttery as this. I've also been really loving these pairs from a brand called Vivaya. They are very simple flats, but the fun thing about them, other than the little detail that looks sort of like a horse bit in the front, it's actually embroidered, so it's a really neat little detail. They are sustainably made, which if you feel guilty about buying leather or buying other materials, these are made, I think, with 6 plastic bottles, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave them the link down below because on their website they explain everything. I love the fact that they are also very malleable, very flexible. So again, it's a shoe that it's not going to cut into your feet. It's going to mold and adapt to the way you walk and the way you stand. They're also very well made. You can see that inside they add this little insert around your heel. And the very cool thing about these is that they go in the washing machine. So if you feel like maybe you're getting a little sweaty, maybe you're starting to feel some smells, we've all been there, throw these in the wash and they come out clean as new. They have also sent me these ones, which I think are super cute. Something that I love and I think is sort of a more elevated, no pun intended, version of ballet flats are ballet flats with a sort of chunky block heel. I think that if you like ballet flats and you know you already love that style, getting something like this will ensure that you have that same silhouette with a little bit of a more formal look. So these would be perfect, for instance, to go to the office with maybe a little dress, also to dress up a pair of jeans and a shirt. I love the bicolor, the two-tone. I think is very classic and very wearable. They also have it in the opposite combination, so black tips and a cream body, which I might get because it's fabulous. And you can see that again, very well made. It's sort of like a mesh that is very flexible, and inside again very well made with the squishy soles. So very happy to have been given these. Now for more dressy outfits, I have talked about the two-strap sandal many times. This is a jack of all trades. It will go with anything you wear. You will see me wearing these to a wedding, to work, to a party, to going to the supermarket. It's just so easy to put on. I think a pair of nude sandals like this is just exactly what you need. I think I can find the exact ones because they are from Schutz, which is a Brazilian brand that has a global presence. I'll link them down below. They are amazing. I cannot go higher with this heel if I'm going to wear this everywhere, but they do make them in higher heels. So if you do want something extra powerful and taller, you can get yourself something a little bit higher. I love this height because it just allows me to wear these everywhere all the time. And since I wear those so much, I also got myself a pair of these, which are white, a very sensible heel. These, instead of just closing around your ankle, actually go like this. I love the white. I've never been much of a white shoe person, but I think that with such a delicate minimalist design like this, it can look pretty cool, especially for summer. These ones are super old, but I also have worn them to death, which is the exact same type of shoe, but it is in a beautiful cobalt blue and in a suede, and still something very similar in a beautiful chocolatey brown, but these ones have a block heel. Again, very wearable, especially for work, if you're going to lunch, if you want to walk around, still look polished and put together, but not dying inside. Great little number. These ones, which I've showed you in my other vlog, not exactly straps, but still the same concept. You have the frontal part, and then you have a very thin strap around your ankle. Again, that kind of shoe that is beautiful. You can see it's beautifully constructed. It is very presentable. It doesn't look cheap, but it's reliable. Have you ever been in those situations where you put on a fabulous, beautiful pair of shoes, and after about 30 minutes after walking out of your door, you want to just kill yourself because you're in so much pain? I hate that feeling. I actually get very angry and throw the shoes away. Don't throw them away, I give them away, but you know, I just don't want to see them in front of me anymore. I don't insist on that error. I just want to erase that from my memory. So having options that are beautiful yet comfortable will allow you to just feel like you are dressed up but not suffer. These ones I wear a lot too, with the beautiful roping detail, sensible heel, very minimal design. You guys know how I mentioned those nude ones that I went to a wedding with. These ones are the ones that I wore to my own wedding, and you can see, again, very sensible heel, minimal design, with a little bit of details of rhinestones, the little bow, which I think is very chic and very girly, which I loved. Just proof that you can look extra pretty without wanting to shoot yourself. During my Brazil vlogs, I mentioned that I was loving wearing this type of shoe, which is basically a flat mule that has some detail or rhinestone in the front. I think it's such an easy choice, kind of like the embellished flats, but great if, for instance, you haven't painted your toenails, or if you want something a little bit more serious, a little bit more dressy. Something like this is great with, again, a little dress, great with some trousers. Also, the fact that they have the black satin gives them that more formal, more upscale vibe. And during my trip, I showed you guys these before. I got these ones in a beautiful blue. Same concept, the only difference that they actually tie around your legs, which adds that extra layer of detail. And speaking of mules, another sort of style that I have been loving and that I had never tried before are these ones. So I've also worn them in a vlog. They remind me sort of those 1950s, what Marilyn Monroe would wear with capri pants. So feminine, so fun. The heel is a little bit higher, but Strangely enough, I guess the fact that the back of my foot is completely free, I don't feel that much pain in them. So I am actually thinking about getting another pair, maybe in a brown suede, maybe even in a green, like a Kelly green, just for the summer. Because if I have to choose to wear heels, maybe for going out to dinner or something like that, something like this is a great option to me. It's cream summertime, which after wearing closed shoes for so long, we really want in our lives. And such a little charming silhouette that I had never thought about, and now I am obsessed with. If you don't want to compromise and you still want to wear a higher heel but are afraid of the insecurity and the lack of balance that you might get from a stiletto heel, might I suggest something like this. So this is a pair of sandals that are high. If you compare it to the other pairs that I showed you, you can see that it is way higher, but the thicker heel does give you more structure and more stability to when you're walking and when you're standing. It also helps, again, this is from Musa, so they have the cushiony soles. That helps a lot. Have the same one, but in a black velvet, which is also a great way of adding texture, a little bit of an unexpected textile that we usually don't see during summertime, but in this case I think is really cute. Or even something like this that is a more of a medium heel but still considerable and has a lot of beautiful rhinestone details, which will just inject a ton of glamour to your look. But again, with the more stable and hefty heel, you will feel more comfortable wearing. Now let's talk about the gaps in my collection, because every collection has its missing points, its opportunities to be filled. Starting with wedges. Now I have this pair that I've had for maybe 8 years. Look at that. Because I wore it so much. It's a combination of things for me. First of all, it is a wedge, but it's not made of raffia or of cord or straw. It is a fabric. It's kind of a matte fabric. It's not really leather. I wish I could find something in leather. But the fact that it is not in those more rustic materials will help this kind of translate to more formal, again, work environment. Maybe if you have an event, maybe if you're going out to dinner in a fancier, more special, more dressed up place, something like this is easier to pull off. I love the brown color. Again, very wearable, easy to style, especially with the colors that I like to wear during summer. Extremely sensible height. The fact that it has an almond shape to the toe, the cut of this top part of the shoe is also really flattering to the feet, but it is basically disintegrating before our eyes. So it does need to be replaced. If you guys have any suggestions of maybe products that might be similar to this, brands that do this type of style, I would really appreciate it. And second pair that needs to be retired are these Espadrilles. These I got from Aldo and they serve their purpose. I love Espadrilles because they have the height, but the fact that they have a little bit of a plateau in the front will kind of help it not being too hard on your arches. The materials are very light, so even though it looks more of a chunky shoe, it's actually really easy to wear and easy to walk in. I love the color, which is a neutral blush. Really pretty and easy to style. The reason why I need to get rid of them is the soles. The internal soles are made of canvas. Can you see? They have these sort of leather inserts, but they're glued on, so you can really easily remove them. I am a bit obsessed with cleaning my shoes. The fact that my feet are just problematic, the fact that I'm really feeling hot all of the time, whenever I arrive home, I get myself some antibacterial wipes and I wipe down the soles, the internal parts of my shoes, just to get rid of any dust, any residue of sweat. Very glamorous talk here, sorry guys. And given that this is fabric, it actually absorbs liquid, absorbs anything that gets in touch with it. So I don't feel like they get properly cleaned, and every time that I wear them, that just gets stuck in my head, and I don't know. I think is a great style to have, an absolute essential and iconic type of shoe for summer, but I will try and find myself something with a leather sole. And I wear these so much that if I find something that is a little bit higher end, it's going to be worth it because I will get my cost per wear out of it. This is it, everyone. Oh my god. It's already so hot here. And the lights and talking in front of the camera. Sorry if I'm a little, you know, glowy. What are some of your essential summer shoes that you think everybody needs in their wardrobes? And if you have any obscure, lesser known brands that you feel like you need to share with the world, please do, because we're always in need of new shoe brands to buy. Hopefully you liked the video, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye.